Today we're going to open up this box that I ordered online from Gurneys. I don't know if anybody else has ordered garden equipment online and garden seeds online, but these are my potatoes, some fertilizer, and some rhubarb. I think that's all I ordered. We'll see what we have in here. And then we're going to get the potatoes ready to plant. So we're going to put them together in a few minutes. So it came with this little book about some seeds and dormant plants. All right, so I have fertilizer, strawberry fertilizer, I'm using for my strawberries, and some potato fertilizer for my potatoes, and some, what else did I get? I don't remember. Corn fertilizer, because last year I needed to do better with my corn fertilizing, so I just decided I'd get some specific ones this year. I ordered all this about a month and a half ago, and so now it's finally just arriving. So they wait till it's ready to be planted before they send it to you. So I have Yukon Gold potatoes right here. This is what we're going to put into the grow bags that we're going to use this year. Last year they grew awesome in grow bags, so I'm doing them again because last year I did russet and Yukon Gold did so much better than the russet ones for my grow bags. And I could buy russets cheap. And then right here we have rhubarb, Glaskens Perpetual rhubarb. So this was a different rhubarb. Each year I keep planting a rhubarb, trying to add more rhubarb to see which ones will grow. So we're gonna go plant this today. And then this is Grape Reliance Pink Seedless. So this is a seedless grape that we're gonna go plant. I just keep growing more grapes because I just think they're fun, especially if I can get them to grow. There's already little buds on the top of this grape. So let's go right now and get these potatoes ready. All right, the first step to starting our potatoes is I have a clean knife and I have my non-meat cutting board. It just rained, so they're a little bit wet, but that's okay. So what we want to do is we want to cut these up so that we can get some eyes to grow on them. They don't have a lot of eyes yet, so we're going to wait a couple days, maybe a week before we plant them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them right here. We want them to dry out, about the size of an egg. If they're not real big, I'm probably not going to cut them. So last year I grew Yukon Gold potatoes for the first time, and it was so much fun. It was also my most watched video last summer, which I admit was pretty exciting. What we're going to do is we're going to cut them up. We're going to try to keep the eyes on one side, cut them all up. We're going to put them in this container that I have. So let me cut all these up real quick. I use a nice clean sharp knife, and by doing this you might be able to get more potatoes to grow this year. You don't have to prune any of the leaves. So what I'm cutting, making sure I have eyes on all the sides, and then in the fall when the leaves die out, you can dig in there and pull them out, and they're basically like a present every time you go in there. Well, see, that one looks bad, so I'm not gonna do these. So all these I bought online at Gurneys.com. I might try to just grow some from the store, but they worked so well last year and I had so many that I thought I'd do it again. Last year I used the seed starting pan and it worked really well. It has these little rivets on the bottom and it would keep the bottom of the potatoes off the ground from drying out or from getting wet so that they can dry, because we want them to do is to dry out. So I'm going to put them in here. We'll see if they'll all fit in this one. And then I took a little rag and I covered the top of them, and I would just mist them because they want to stay dark. If they're not dark, they'll turn green, and if they turn green, they turn bad. And so you don't want to do that. So it's real simple. I just put them all in here, let them dry out for a couple days, or hope to get some more eyes growing. And I didn't have any issues. I keep the potatoes by themselves so they're not with any other vegetables. I'm going to cut this one open. And there we go. And I didn't plan this when I did it, but this box that it came in will fit my containers. So because they need to stay dark, I will put these right here, close them up. They have little air holes on the side, on both sides right here. I can still open it and I'll put a little towel over the top and I can spray it with water every few days. And then they stay in the dark, and then in about a week I'll get ready and I'll go plant them in my grow bags. Okay, next we're gonna plant our Pink Reliance Pink Seedless. I'm gonna put it in a pot because I don't know where I'm gonna plant it yet. So this is my garden little table that I built a few years ago. So under here, let's see, I have some pots. That might be too big. Let's see, oh, there's more. What's that? Oh, this came in an online plant, I think from fast-growing trees. It's a root pouch. It was kind of cool. It's like a fabric type pouch. We'll use this. So I'm gonna go get some dirt. All right, I grabbed some dirt from one of my actually grow bags, and I'm gonna throw this in. So this is a Bareroot. You can see these are cool. This will come and it's basically just the roots and the tree. When it comes like this, that's what it looks like. All my strawberries that I grew last year came Bareroot because they were a lot cheaper and they grew really well. I already even have flowers this year that are growing on my strawberries. Looks like they tied it up in there. So I'll open it all up. See if I can get the roots out. There we go. And there are all the roots for this grape. Seedless grape. There you go. So they sent it to me like that. Sometimes we're gonna put some water on it, make sure these stay wet, but they're still pretty moist. And I'm gonna put them in the dirt, and then we're gonna make sure we give them a nice watering. So it says to put the crown of the dirt right to the crown line. So we don't want to bury all of the crown of the tree, but we want to get the roots covered into the dirt down there. There we go. Got my water container, which actually is full of water from the rain, and we're gonna give it a big watering. As you can see, this is a cool little pot. I think they have them online. They just happened to use it. It was what I was sent my lemon tree in. But it's pretty cool. I like it. Root pouch. I don't know anything about them. But there we go. So my grape is planted. It has some buds at the top. We're in the dirt. We're going to put it over here in the sun and let it grow. We'll put it up there for now. And here are my tomatoes, my cantaloupe, and my basil. I brought them outside. It's cloudy today. Try to get our plants to toughen up a little bit. They've been following the sun when they're inside. But see, the wind is good. It'll help move them around. And now that I have two, I can see here and I can start pulling one out because I only really want one per plant or per growing spot because I grew a bunch. So here we go, there's one there. We'll pull that out. That one looks stronger. We'll pull that one out. And we'll kind of thin these out so that they'll grow nice and strong. So I have one strong one in each one. And next we're gonna go plant the rhubarb. Last year I got 3 rhubarbs from Gurneys, and I planted one right there, and one up there on the side of this hill. And all 3 of them are coming up again. So right down there, there's some green. Right over here, there's some green. And then right down here, there's rhubarb again. This is all clay up here. But for now, we're gonna put it in and see how it lasts. I don't have the highest hopes for all these rhubarb plants anyways. But these need to go in pretty deep. And they need full sun. But I get so much sun here and heat. These giant trees will cover them up a little bit. But we're just gonna stick them in here for now. Let them grow. Ah! There we go. Real deep. There you go. There's one. We'll put the other one over here. I kind of put them up here because I might forget about them. But it also covers up all this hill with cool big green leaves. There we go. We'll fill it back up with soil. We didn't even get snow this year. We're on our longest drought without snow in a very long time. All right, so I got new rhubarb here and new rhubarb there.